Yay! I am so excited. I got it to go live today the second time, two times as a charm. Won't talk about it too much. So, I am Dory, and welcome to my channel. It is Prairie Scraps, and I hope that you all are having a wonderful day. Sun is out today, and it's not as smoky as it has been. It kind of cleared off. We had some rain all day yesterday, so that totally helped our situation here in Idaho. We do have a lot of forest fires at this time of year. So, sometimes it's kind of a difficult time for breathing and life in general because it kind of slows everything down. But say hello if you are here. I thank you so much for visiting my channel. I am going to get up here over on YouTube as well. And we are going to make a doormat today. I'm going to personalize a doormat and kind of give you some ideas about what you can do for your own version of the doormat. I'm very excited about this. I'm actually going to be offering this as a class so that you can come. I'll have all the supplies and everything. You can sign up here in Grangeville, Idaho at our crafty hideaway. I was going to say hideaway crafty. I've been turning things around lately. I don't know why. So anyway, welcome. And like I said, do all the things. Make sure you subscribe and like my channel. Also, if you see that little bell, hit that notification bell so that you know when I do go live, because I'm still kind of working out my fall schedule. I haven't totally figured everything out, although I am finding a lot more time with only one child left at home to go live and do all the things. So now why is this one not? Why is it locked up? Oops. Done. Done. Please stop. I don't know. It's not working very well here. I apologize. We'll get it up and going, I guess. It's just not going to do all the special things for me. I'll have to share it later. So I apologize. Okay, here we go. We are going live in both the places. All right, welcome. I am Dory with Prairie Scraps, and I'm here on YouTube and Facebook. So welcome. Make sure you say hello to me. I thank you for checking out both the places and following me. Today, I'm doing something that's not going to fit very well in the camera, so I apologize in advance because we are going to make a very large mat for the door, a doormat. I've been wanting to do this and just haven't pulled the trigger, but decided now is the time. We are going to make this for the fall, and you can make this for any season that you want. But this mat, I'm actually kind of, the one thing I love about being a designer is that I get lots of ideas from other designers. So if you want more information about that, let me know. Hi, Natalie. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in and saying hello. I sure do appreciate you here today. So I'm going to show you how to do a doormat. And there's actually two ways you could do it. You could do it with ink or you could do it with chalk. If you do with ink, you have to heat set it. So you want a mat that's going to be okay for that to do. And then the other thing that you can do is use the chalk. Go ahead and find a permanent waterproof spray. Hello. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate that. That sure does help me out. This is my small business. I do try to give you all kinds of crafting ideas and inspiration over here using the scraps of my life. I do live out on the Camas Prairie in the mountains of Idaho. So it's kind of midway through Idaho, not northern, not southern. We're not on a desert. But anyway, like I was saying, it's been a while that it's been smoky for actually a whole entire week. So anyway, I apologize for it not being a great view, but I think you'll get the idea. I'll try to hold it up, and I will definitely post pictures after we are finished here so that you can see what it looks like. But I got this mat. It's kind of a double. It's got the rubber bat. I'll just read to you what it's called. It's called a double border mat. and it's an 18 by 30 inch. I got it at Home Depot, so that's where everybody's been finding it. You can even order these in. If you want a link, let me know. I will send it to you. It comes in two colors. It was like $1 difference between them. The gray was more expensive. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's popular and they can charge you more. So I'm going to take off the tag. It says the backing is 100% recycled rubber, and then there was other sizes. There's even a bigger size, but I think that's not even, maybe, I mean, I guess you could probably use some of our transfers for that and really do it up, but I don't think you would want to. This, I think, is going to be the perfect size to put in front of the door. You can do it seasonally. You can do it, just a generic one. We have lots of welcome ones. We even have a welcome transfer right now that's on sale. So it's 18 by 30. And it says for care and cleaning, simply shake, sweep, or spray off with a garden hose. I am going to do ink because I think that I can heat press this. I will put a piece of parchment over it when we are done and heat press it at 350 for, as long as I can. And I think that's going to be good to go, and it will be waterproof. If you don't have the ink or don't want to do ink, you could also do the chalk version and then find a permanent clear spray to go on top. And if you need ideas for that too, I can help you with that as well. So we are going to do this middle sunflower market. My daughter, I think, put this back on the backing for me after we used it the last time. Remember, I used this sunflower. These sunflowers are going to get used. I don't know. I'm not even a sunflower person, but I thought this would be really pretty. So if this is something you're interested in, I may even consider, shipping it out as a sold item. So go over and check my website. I do have a website with my finished goods in it. If you don't see it there down below, just let me know you want it. But I'm just going to go kind of jump right into this, and we are going to lay this down on here and see how it fits. Actually, this sunflower part fits exactly here. I'm kind of excited about that. And I want to get the whole sunflowers, and then I think I will move it up and put this, because it says bring a little sunshine home. Let me put you down here on YouTube. Sorry about the movement. I'm just trying to get it really nice for you, and put you down as well. It doesn't totally fit, but you are going to get the idea. So down here it says bring a little sunshine home, seeds, stems, blooms, bouquets. It just is a really cute transfer, I think. And then I am going to leave off the sunflower market part, which I'm kind of sad about because I do like the words of that. And I'm going to try to center this so that it goes on here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the whole thing in black. So we are going to get this down without any bubbles, which it does have a few folds because, like I said, my daughter put it back on the backing. I think she just sort of halfway did it, just kind of stuck it there and didn't do it the permanent way. I don't know. I didn't go back and correct it and fix it right away. So that's my bad, actually. She just was trying to get the counter clear so she could do dishes. So anyway, hi, Be Crafty. I don't know what your name is. Tell me. We are going to do a permanent mat for the front. And like I said, I'm just working to make sure the part you're going to see is actually this, the white part, or what you see. This came in two colors. This mat did. It came in a tan as well as a tan and black, as well as a gray and black. Kind of liked the gray for my own, if I was putting it in my own home. But like I said, I'm going to use this as a demo. I'm going to be offering a class locally at a craft store. And so I want to put this in the craft store so that people can see it. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start out. I'm going to actually use the small squeegee for this particular project. Oops, wrong way. Sorry. Trying to get it the best I can. I apologize. It's not the greatest angle on either one. And this is a reusable transfer. So I've already used this. I used this side on that little, the chubby pumpkin that we did. So, and I'm not going to do the market, so we have to watch a little bit. So that's why I'm using the small, and I'm using our Chalk Couture permanent ink in black velvet. And I may or may not go back and do some coloring in. We'll see when I look at it. I don't know. Oh, this is not black. This is actually, this is funny. This is our new Shimmer Forest. that came out. I think I'm going to have to look a little harder for the black. I hope I have black. I have a whole bin of just the ink. Ink is permanent. So, and it's non-toxic, which I love. I just keep this in, as you can see, in one of those vintage suitcases. Okay, phew, found it. It looked so dark, I thought it was the black when I grabbed it out. I didn't really read it. So black velvet is what I'm going to use. And it's just sort of going to be our outline. I want to make sure, actually, now that I've got it all down here, I think I'm going to try to move it up as far as I possibly can and not go off the page here, because I do want to try to put that lettering without going over my flowers, because there's going to be black there, right? Black is going to be, all right, there we go. I think, oh, and I got it to one side now. Nice going. The nice thing is it is sticky backed. If you had tried to, weed and cut out a vinyl like this and then stuck it down wrong, I don't think you could stick it down too many times before it'd be done. These you can reuse over and over. I'll just take it to the sink inside, or this is an 18 by 24 size transfer. This large size, you could even, I think that's going to be okay there. You could even go ahead and I'm just looking side to side here. This large of a size, you could put it in the tub and clean it off or in the shower, and that would work. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is really helping. Seems like it's kind of readjusting a lot. Okay, so black velvet. And the lovely thing about ink, where if you use chalk, you have to kind of work fast with chalk. On the other hand, ink, you could take your time. It doesn't dry up. It doesn't cause any problems when it doesn't stay in the transfer, whereas chalk will dry up in your transfer, and when you peel it up, it will come out. So I'm just kind of doing the top edge here because I want to make sure I don't hit that market. I want to make sure you can see kind of some bubbles here. So you want to get that down and just easily work through the whole entire image here that you want to color. So I'm just gonna, I know that this is gonna go a little bit above, like the edge, because there's that double edge on here. Now, some people have tried this on sisal rugs, and because it's got so much pile to it, it is hard to get the sisal rug to work right. It ends up being kind of blurry and not a clear picture of what you're doing. So it's a little more difficult. It's not undoable, but it's not as good of an impression. And for a beginner project, you definitely do not want to do a sisal rug because it's going to give you so many problems. The other problem with the sisal, I think I've heard, is that how to get it to be heat pressed. So you want to use a heat press on this to make it permanent, especially if you use it outside. So that is the one thing that you kind of want to watch for. Okay. Now I've got some bubbles in the center part, and that's kind of because I didn't put it back on the backing flat. My daughter put it on, and I just didn't realize. I realized too late. I just thought I saw it on there on the counter, and I was like, oh, it's back on the backing. I don't have to worry about it. But I think she just kind of threw it on there to get it out of the way and wasn't really putting it on correctly. And so there was kind of a bubble in this area. And so now that bubble is, because this is a silk screen, and it's still there. So anyway, this transfer is still available. So if you love this transfer, there's so many ideas. You could definitely do this on one of our surfaces. We have the farmhouse. I always forget the name of it. Shiplap signs, and this would fit on the largest size beautifully. So you could do a sign with it as well and get the whole entire image. I think it has lots of potential. Last year, we came out with a really large size of the apple basket, and people were painting that in, or painting it, watercoloring it in. I don't know, watercolor painting, whatever. Watercoloring it in. But it was so huge that you really had to have a special place to put it. But this year they came out with a smaller size. So I'm kind of hoping, we've been seeing a lot of that where they take really popular designs that we did really large or smaller size and then making it a different size in another season. So it won't be this year. I don't have any inside information, but this would be one of the ones that I would hope would come back in a smaller size because I love this one. It's just giant. It's just giant. Okay, I think I've got the whole thing. I'm going to set this aside here, out of the way. And then before I do any peeling, always check your fingers. And you can see I've got some black on my fingers here. Hi, Lulu. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on in and saying hello on Facebook. And like I said, it's, it helps me with all, keep making more videos and everything. So I've just wiped off my hands real quick. It's non-toxic, so it doesn't hurt you. Kids can do this and use our inks, which is a lot of fun to do with kids to make t-shirts. Oh my goodness, you guys, this looks gorgeous. Look at that. I am not going to lie. I love this. I am not even I'm kind of over the I'm gonna try to get this on here without, you don't want to fold it back on itself, and if you do, be very gentle when you pull it apart. Okay, I'm just setting this aside for now because I said I still want those words down here across the bottom. So I'm going to do that, but first we are going to do a little bit of drying. I got it on my arm here, and you want to make sure you don't get it on your clothes because it is permanent ink. Once it dries, it's going to be permanent. If you make a boo-boo and you get it right away while it's still kind of wet, you can probably do some fixing or repair on it. But oh my gosh, you guys, is that not gorgeous? Just like this, I love it. But we can also do a little bit of painting in of colors, and I'm thinking about doing that too. But first, I want to get the lettering down at the bottom because I kind of want this to say some sort of welcome, but I don't want to smear it. So we're going to do a little bit of drying up here, and this will probably heat set it a little as well. It's not hot enough to permanently do the job for the whole thing, but it will dry it up a little so we don't smear anything. Maybe it will. But that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? It looks so good. So this might be a multi-day project for me because I want this to dry really good before I do any sort of painting in. But you could just come back with the inks and a little bit of water on and do watercolor in the lines to make these a little brighter. Just turn it, paint in, some browns and some yellows, I think, and make this just gorgeous. Trying to decide what these other flowers are. So let me know if you have any questions or want the links for the supplies for this project. I'm happy to help you out with that. Tell me, if you're not wanting to do the sunflowers or you love the sunflowers. Are you guys sunflower people? Put a little flower picture if you do love this in the comments below so I can see it. But how quick and easy this was just to do this much. It's not, this is pretty wet here. You can see it glisten. But man, isn't that gorgeous? I can't even, it's so nice. What an impact this will be on the front step. And you could do welcome. I've seen some people use some of our camping themed transfers. The cool thing is our transfers are totally reusable time and time again, as long as you take care of them. You wash them in the sink with just plain water, and one of our board erasers helps. But so easy peasy, no weeding, no sitting there and trying to get it placed right. You can, like you saw, I replaced it a couple of times, right? So like I said, I'm going to probably give this 24 hours to dry, and then I'll come back and then do the painting then. But for now, you could even go like this. If you like the black and white, it's totally gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. The detail is just amazing. I just want to see, yep, it's going to come off if I touch it. Now, something this large does use quite a bit of ink. So a lot, like when I do a t-shirt, like I made this t-shirt that I'm wearing, it doesn't usually use a ton of ink, so it lasts a long time. But I could see where using ink on a project this large is probably going to use a lot more ink than usual, just because of the size of it. And it's going to depend. So you could put welcome to our home. We've got a transfer that says this is us, and you could put your name on there. There is, you could put pumpkins on here. You could do just about, I mean, your imagination really is, there's no limit to your imagination, whatever you want to put on here. I think it would be great. This is very wet here in the center. To put a welcome on it. I love that this side part is like kind of like a farmhousey type of little ribbon on the background. So I want to get this next part on so that I could get this transfer into the to wash it, because I don't want it, because like I said, when you heat set or when it sets and dries, it will be permanent. So you want to be careful not to make it too permanent on your transfer as well, because this is fabric as well. This will stain it because black has a lot of pigment. This will definitely stain your transfer, but as long as you get that middle part out, it'll be good. So I'm going to kind of rush this, but you know, when you're at home, take your time, wash it. Oops. This is not good. It is getting everywhere. I'm going to wait. It is totally coming off on my back. So I'm going to give this 24 hours and we will come back and finish this up at another time, because sometimes waiting is just a better policy. So I appreciate you coming. It's a really quick project. Actually, I thought it would take me a lot longer because I thought this would just be a long project, but it's going to be a drying thing right now. And I don't want you to have to sit and watch paint dry literally. So under 20 minutes, I got the first layer. I'm going to still put the words here, as well as I'm going to go through and do some painting on the flowers. So stay tuned. I'll be doing that here in the future. I hope that y'all are having a very blessed day. Make sure that you keep on crafting.